Howdy y'all, this is Mario with Let's Talk About It, coming to you from Brownsville. This is Mario with Unapologetic Gentleman. For these two stories that I will be reading for today, I do have tips for both of these stories, and I will give you some of those tips at the end of the video, and I will also put them down in the description. So let's get started. I don't know if y'all heard this one, but this has to deal with FedEx driver charged in 7-year-old Athena Strand's death delivered her Christmas present before abducting her, mother says. The FedEx driver accused of kidnapping and killing 7-year-old Athena Strand delivered her Christmas present, Barbie dolls, before the girl's disappearance, her mother said Thursday. What a shame. And wow. Let me just continue. Maitland Gandhi, if I messed that up, I'm sorry, called for stricter screening policies for delivery drivers at a news conference. On an easel besides her was the package, a box of "You Can Be Anything" Barbie doll. It was the first time she'd seen the present, she said. Athena was robbed of the opportunity to be anything she wanted to be. That is so true. Poor child, 7 years old. Terrible. A tearful Gandhi said, "I was robbed of watching her grow up by a man that everyone was supposed to be able to trust. To do just one simple task, deliver a Christmas present to deliver a Christmas present and leave." Athena disappeared from the driveway of her home in Wise County, Texas on November 30th. After a county-wide search, her body was recovered Friday evening, according to Wise County Sheriff Lane Aiken. Authorities believe she was killed within an hour of her alleged kidnapping, but her cause of death is still under investigation, Aiken said Friday. The suspect, identified by authorities as a contract delivery from FedEx, is 31-year-old Tanner Lynn Horner. Aiken said he allegedly delivered a package to Athena's father's home when she disappeared, authorities said. How awful for those parents. And you know what? It's going to be a battle for them for the rest of their lives. Some may blame themselves and some may blame others. It is going to be a painful process for these poor people and community out there. Horner is being held in Wise County Jail on capital murder and aggravated kidnapping charges. According to its website, bond was set at $1.5 million. Aiken said CNN has reportedly tried to locate an attorney for Horner to no avail. Nobody wants to represent you if you do this to kids, okay? Warrant. Driver was afraid Athena would get him in trouble. No, you got yourself in trouble, sir. Horner told investigators he had accidentally hit Athena as he was backing up his delivery truck. And although she was not seriously injured, he panicked and put her in the van before allegedly killing her. According to two arrest warrants obtained by CNN. According to the warrants, one issue for each charge, Horner told authorities that he strangled the child because she was going to tell her father about being hit by the FedEx truck. Horner was tracked down by his employer, a subcontractor of FedEx, after authorities learned Athena was missing around the time the FedEx delivery was made to the home. According to the warrants, surveillance videos from the truck showed the child inside talking to the driver, according to the warrants. After he was questioned, Horner led investigators to the child's body and surrendered without incident, according to the warrant. Aiken, the sheriff, did not respond to CNN's message Thursday afternoon. Authorities said Horner did not know the family or the child, Aiken previously said. Gandhi said her goal is to effect change in hiring policies so that monsters wearing delivery uniforms don't show up on your children's doorsteps. Her attorney, Benson Vergish, said he is still in the investigation phase of Athena's case. Voorhees said he plans to hold any person or corporation accountable. You're going to keep hearing about this for a little bit. Whose actions or inactions could have prevented this little girl's tragic death, but said he is not in a rush to file a lawsuit. Here we go. We got another one right here. I put one down here. This is going to be, I experienced one of these narcissists myself. I used to work with a narcissist, and this is what I ran into. What to do when a narcissist sees you happy. We all know one of those, right? Okay. So when a narcissist sees you happy, you might not react well. There are things you can do in that situation to prevent manipulation, because that's what they do. These people think that you shouldn't have the life you have. These people aren't liked. They're liars. They cannot accomplish anything. They get to where they get by manipulation. If you have dealt with someone with narcissistic traits, you may know how determined it can be, detrimental it can be to your well-being. See, this guy thought that he was going to run me down and this and that. And I'm like, hey, bro, whatever you're doing is no, never mind. And when he knew that his attempts, he got even worse. He was a child. He never grew up. You might be afraid of happiness because of their behavior and how they treat you. F them. Survivors of narcissistic abuse, or those still going through it, may feel like they operate differently. If this is the case for you, you might feel you cannot be happy without someone else's permission. You may also be afraid to be happy because you know it could cause consequences. These feelings can be alienating and may disrupt any happiness you experience. However, you deserve to be happy and should consider finding ways to prevent manipulation. You can stop letting those narcissists affect you when you learn tips from handling the way narcissists react to your happiness. Not all people with narcissism are unhappy, but many cannot find contentment when they are not the center of attention. They may seem unhappy or insecure unless they get their way and receive praise. You see, this man was upset because coworkers would come to me and talk to me and say, hey, how are you? I'm here, I'm this. Hey man, we're great. We have great rapport. You see, he didn't have coworkers going up to him. So that was a big problem for him. And you see, he can't change because he won't change because this man was an alcoholic. However, when they are not happy, they may do whatever they can to disrupt your happiness. And that is so true. Within this being the case, it helps to learn what to do when a person experiences when a person experiencing narcissism sees you happy. Knowing how to protect yourself can improve your self-confidence and sense of well-being. So we've come to the end of the video. I will give you tips for all of these down here. Okay, so let me just give you a couple of tips right here, and I will leave the rest at the bottom of the page. Okay, just bear with me. All right, so right here. So people with narcissistic personality disorder often present with 5 or more specific symptoms, including grandiosity and self-importance, sense of specialness and uniqueness, fantasies of perfection and superiority. All right. So I also have tips on how to spot people that are stalking you. 5 early warning signs of typical stalker behavior. Okay. Oops. So we have number 1 right here. Contacting you constantly, calling you multiple times a day, texting repeatedly before you respond, or commenting on lots of your social media posts should be a warning sign, okay? If you're getting stalked, all right? So if it seems like they need your attention at all times, they aren't caring about you. Likewise, if they are continually asking where you are or who you are with, they aren't respecting your privacy and boundaries. So we've come to the end of the video, and I hope that everybody has a great Sunday. And again, this is Mario with Unapologetic Gentleman, coming to you with current events. I will be making probably one more video today. Thank you very much.